children are a blessing unto us. We always want to make sure that we protect the children and make sure that they grow to take over from us. The country Ghana can better be served if we are able to get healthy, active, educated, and progressive children for the future. But what are we doing to our children now? What is happening to our children now? Are we sure that all the children in this country are getting equal access to health care? Or health care is now skewed to those who can fund and afford it? With me in the studio to look at this very important discussion, which is reflecting on giving, and when we are also looking at giving, we are looking at Christmas time. Mother Teresa said in the quote that I gave to you this morning, it is not how much you give, but how much love we put into giving. Not how much you give, but how much love you put into giving. It's an indication that no one can totally fund everything, but we need to love one another. We are looking at childhood cancer. Our children suffer cancer just as adults. But fortunately for us, childhood cancer, over 80% of it can be treated. It is treatable. So when we have more than 90% of our children that suffer cancer losing it, then it looks as if we are not doing something right. With me to look at this very important topic is Lavinia Enim, founder, or sometimes she wants to be referred to as a messenger of Little Angels Trusts. So Lavinia, you're welcome. I want you to stretch and give me a handshake because you know this is Christmas and you're doing a very wonderful work.
Thank you.
Trusting and protecting our children is very important. Lavinia Enim, the founder of Little Angels Trusts. And then I have Vida Osafo. Vida is shy looking. Vida is reserved, but I don't want to conclude that Vida, because she is an example of what we are discussing today, that is what is still telling on Vida. I would want society to identify Vida and identify women or parents or persons like us that have situations like this to support them. Vida Osafo, good morning and welcome to Sunrise. Vida lost a child to childhood cancer. Let me start with you. Messenger of Little Angel Trust. Why did you settle on childhood cancer?
I personally strongly believe that children are the future. We can't have a society where children are going to be ill and die. Children are a continuation of our lives as adults, and so we have to do whatever is necessary to make sure that they get good health, good education, and all the rest of it. Yes.
Right, but then we're looking at cancer.
Right.
When we say cancer, immediately you mention cancer, even the adults shiver. We know it is a death sentence in this part of the world where healthcare is not as important and as quality as we describe it. And so immediately you mention cancer, we consider it is a death sentence. You have an experience working with parents and women who had seen this. Do they also conclude that it is a death sentence?
Fortunately or unfortunately, to some, it could be a death sentence. The vital aspect of cancer or childhood cancer is an early diagnosis, just like in any other illness. An early diagnosis is so important and crucial to the child's health and recovery. When they're detected early and diagnosed early, it can be treated. So there is hope.
There is hope. So when identified early and treated early, exactly, it is a cure.
Yes.
Now let me come to you, Vida. You are an example of what we are talking about. When you realized that your little boy had cancer, what went to you? What were you thinking about?
First, when I got to...
I know it's a difficult topic, but I think it is also good to talk about it, you understand. And so that is why I am happy to get you on the set. I've just seen that there is water in your eyes, but then I think it is good because it will help you to overcome it, right? So when you were first told that your little boy, I understand his name was Nana Kwame.
Yes, please.
Nana Kwame had cancer.
Yeah. First, when they told me, I was afraid that I would lose my son. But they encouraged me to have faith in God. Maybe he will get well, or maybe I will lose him. So everything happens, I give you give thanks to God. Yeah.
But I think Lavinia,
yes.
Vida's situation is one of the lead reports.
Vida is a heroine of mine. Not everybody would even want to talk about their child when they get cancer. Even adults, we don't talk about it. It's still a taboo subject in many areas. But Vida has been very...
This is an example for all of us to understand. Yes. We are human beings, and these diseases are supposed to be part of us. Healthcare is supposed to be part of us. So the important thing is to identify or make sure that we get it. But Vida, I don't think that from the history we can blame you for what has happened. I think we can blame our health structures for what has happened. How do we make sure, how would you advise parents when you have a child, how do you identify what is wrong with the child?
Okay. The advice I'll give to the parents that when they go to the childhood center and the doctors or the nurses told them about their child sickness, they should have faith in God. Or some of them, when they came and they told them that their son or their daughter have cancer, the way they will treat their children, if you are there, you will feel sad for them. But what I want to tell them that they should have faith.
Have love for the child
and be with them. They have to encourage the child. Always they have to let the child be with them, so that the child also will have love and care for the parents. It's true. Maybe you can lose him, or maybe you can gain.
So it's a situation of having to look at healthcare. Now, Lavinia, let me come to the issue of really having to see. He says, when you go to the center, you're diagnosed, and then the costs of treatment is thrown at you.
Yes.
Sometimes I have seen situations where it is a small growth, and then the cost is 200 Ghana cedis. The parents is told 200 Ghana cedis, and then they go home. They don't come again. The next time they come, advanced stage, chronic, and then it's a bad case. Now, when the cost is mentioned, you have an experience. What happens to parents? I come in here, I'm from Krabuakota. I have not even seen 100 cedis before. I have not counted 100 Ghana cedis before. Then you tell me the cost of treatment is 200 Ghana cedis. What happens to me?
A lot of times, the parents, as you rightly put it, get scared. I mean, it's not only the cancer you have to deal with, but then you need money to treat the child. The NHIS doesn't pay for cancer treatment. On a typical, like a very ill child, it could go as high as maybe $3,000 to treat the child.
Yes. I went to 200 cities because I just wanted to. But if a real treatment is about $3,000.
Yes. So what we're appealing to the parents is that, please, there is help. I mean, we come on board. We can't help every child though. But this is why we campaign. This is why we walk, to raise more awareness. There is help. Please ask the doctors, work with them, and then they would sort of advise you, and then get people on board who can help you. I believe Ghanaians are very charitable. A lot of people want to help, but don't know how.
They don't know how. Let me ask Vida. Vida, in your situation, when you came face to face to it, can you tell me from the bottom of your heart that the Ghanaian community is a giving community? Do we love giving?
Oh yes, please. They love giving, because some of them, if they know about your situation, they want to help you and give you courage, so that they will give you amount of the money you need for your treatment. Some of them can say, I remember when we went for the theater, I was there, I don't have money to pay the bill. So I was there, then a certain man came and asked me that you want to settle the bill for me. Then I said, I thank God for that. Because I have brothers there, they have the money there, but they don't want to support me. If they want to give me money, they will insult me. Even some of them will come and talk to you as if you were a kid. So when the man came and the man said, you want to settle the bill for me, then I give thanks.
God for it. You give thanks for it. So it looks as if, so here, from this picture, it is clear that it is not only our closer relations that would have to be of support to all of us. No, just as the Bible said, when I was in prison, you visited me. Yes. When I was sick, you visited me. When I was hungry, you fed me. That's and so it looks as if that it is for society. Yes. Now, Mom, let me come back to you. Now, $3,000, yes. 600 Ghana cedis. When I hear that maybe Nana Kwame needed 600 Ghana cedis, I can't pay 600 Ghana cedis. So what do I do? Okay. I can't pay it. I can't. Yeah. I would want to walk in there and pay all. Right. But just as I can't pay it, so I don't know. What should I do?
Okay. In Vida's case, for example, Little Angels Trust is a charity. It's an NGO, but I prefer charity because charity, the word charity, means love. So Little Angels Trust was introduced to Vida. We were told about her condition and her situation, and so we came on board, with a financial support to help Nana Kwame throughout the process from chemo.
But see, I am looking out for how do we raise the money? $3,000. Yes. If I can't pay $3,000, I would not even walk to Little Angels. Yes. So what advice would you give to me? What should I do if I don't have 3,000 and maybe I have 10 Ghana cedis? What should I do? Do I keep it?
The doctors are there to help you. This is why charities like us work with the doctors at the hospitals, especially Korle Bu, because all the cases from Navrongo throughout Ghana, we have a child from Burkina Faso who's being treated for cancer. So we're there. Even before we came on board, sometimes we go public and ask for help. This is why we come out to the media. I mean, TV3, you've been with us for years, and you give us the platform to talk about Nana Kwame, to talk about
people like him.
Yes, and then ask people. People are generous. People want to help. Some people, last year, some people heard us, and they went as far as Korle Bu to donate money.
That's right.
So people are willing to help. We are here to help. We raise funds, but we can't help every child. So we're pleading on behalf of these precious little ones. If you want to help, please help us
to help them.
The children.
Right. I understand Saturday you're doing a walk to raise awareness and mobilize funds for them. Where are you starting the walk from?
We're starting from Kwame Nkrumah Circle, the very famous Mame Dokunu spot. It's been our tradition to walk every year. We have 3-year-olds, we've got school kids who are going to be walking. I mentioned Nana Kwame, he even walked, and then we're walking from there to Korle Bu Children's Block. When we get there, we don't just stop. We visit every child in bed. They get a toy, and then they get a goodie bag, as well. Yes.
And your focus, but your focus is on cancer.
Exactly.
That's right. And so, viewers, I think it's unfortunate that time is fast run out, and we'll have to end the interview. But I've been talking to Lavinia Enim and Vida Osafo. Lavinia Enim is the founder, or you can call her messenger, of Little Angels Trust, and Vida Osafo is a member of the trust. You know that Vida is an example of parents who have situations like that. If you have experienced it, please don't give up. Please come out there, be a blessing on society. Share your message, share your troubles. Let people understand that you can get answers. Vida lost hers, but maybe there's somebody who gained. So I would also want one day to talk to somebody who was able to get a success. Then we will know that there is a success story around it.